All right, thank you for staying with us on the Weekend Show. You're now watching the Climate Chat segment of the Weekend Show. My name is Zainab Adetola, and Climate Chat is where we get to have conversations around how climate change is driving or is widening the gap of inequality in the country. In 2021, the federal government, headed by then President Muhammadu Buhari, signed the Climate Change Act, which, basically said a lot of things about how Nigeria would achieve net zero by 2050 and 2070, and also established the Climate Change Council with the aim of ensuring that climate initiatives are sustained within the country and that we take active steps towards resolving the climate dilemma in the country. But how helpful has this been, and those who are into climate advocacy, how well have they been able to achieve the objectives and just been able to ensure that we as a people, as a society, are taking actions, serious actions towards resolving climate issues in Nigeria? And my guest on the show today will be having that conversation with me. Is someone that has been in the climate space for quite a while and is very active in just ensuring that, we take concrete steps towards a more sustainable society. My guest is Olumide Idowu. He is the co-founder of the International Climate Change Development Initiative and also a Nigeria youth campaigner and climate change activist. Good morning, Olumide.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, just before we start this conversation, could you just adjust a little so that we can get to see you clearly and just resolve any technical issues? Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure you can see me now.
All right, while we wait for you to, just clear your environment and so that we can project you properly, remove the towel so that we can project you properly, I think it's important to set the foundation for this conversation and by reminding ourselves that some of our actions as a society are the things that contribute to climate change. We have Olumide with us now, and good morning, Olumide. Good to see you this morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for inviting me for this conversation.
All right, let's get this started by setting the foundation and, having this conversation around climate change in Nigeria. You've been in this business for a while, taking actions, trying to get young people involved, trying to get government to take action, pushing for policy, more climate-friendly policy. How would you say it has been advocating for climate change in Nigeria, even with the seemingly friendly climate policies that we have?
Yeah, basically, advocating for climate change in Nigeria has been a very, impactful, activity because of the level of young people and climate actors that we've found in the environment space. And I can tell you that a lot of activists, a lot of actors, and a lot of advocates are actually doing their great work in making sure that climate action in Nigeria is getting more relevant and also creating awareness and education for the local entity. And it's also giving us the opportunity to let people understand that climate change is a time bomb, and if we don't take urgent action, it's going to eat deep into the system and even it's eating deep into the economy. And that's why you see a lot of problem, a lot of community engagement is happening across the value chain. In every sector, we are seeing a very big problem that is affecting a lot of young people. So it's very, very important to see how we can continue to see, advocating for the environmental sustainability and to see how young people can also take action and be part of community engagement.
All right, those are very important points you have made. You say that climate change is a time bomb, and I see that in all of your activities, you prioritize engaging young people, particularly children in primary and secondary schools. Why would you say this is important when we consider the far-reaching impacts of climate change?
Yeah, thank you. When you see the impacts, you notice that these are the people that are the receiving end. There's a narrative that says that when two elephants are fighting, the grass suffers it. So one of the area or one of the sector is the children's sector because they are the people that actually suffer, even both the women. But when you look at the young people, they are more impacted. So we need to start looking at how we, change their mindsets, increase the awareness on their level so that by the time they grow, they reach the level we are now, they'll be able to understand that climate change is a big problem. And it is very important now they should have a voice to speak against it and take action and make a demand for their future they need to come. So it's very important to engage the younger generation so that their attitude will be able to, understand what it is needed and how they can engage, create an accountability and transparency on the issue that is affecting the economy, that is affecting the people, and is affecting the nation.
All right, thank you so much, Olumide. That's why I would have to put a stop on the conversation today, but I definitely do want to have you back so that we can expand this conversation further and take a deeper look at climate policies in the country and the government's disposition towards having a more sustainable society. Thank you once again for joining us all the way from Lagos on Zoom, Olumide Idowu.
Thank you very much, and have a great day.
All right, and this is where we draw the curtains on the weekend show today. What an amazing time it has been, from lifestyle to politics to entertainment to entrepreneur spotlight, climate change, climate chats, and entertainment, and even sports. And that's how much we can take on the show today. Do make sure to follow us on all our social media handles at Weekend Show NG. Until we come your way again next week, keep watching AIT and The Weekend Show. My name is Zainab Adetola. See you next week.